everybody. Welcome back. Mark Jackson here along with Jim Lund and Executive Director of USA Water Ski and Wake Sports, Kevin Michaels. But we have a special guest. Before I do that, if you're just joining us, this is the 2024. 24. It's hard to believe that. IWWF Pan American Wakeboard Championships, another IWWF event here at Champions Lake in Auburndale, Florida, the water ski capital of the world, Central Florida's Polk County. With us, Cathy Williams, the tournament mom, if you will. I was supposed to use another term, but I'll use mom. But that's basically what she is.
Chairman,
LOC chairman, local organizing committee chairperson. And, you know, Cathy, with Hurricane Milton coming through, Helene before that, this has not been without its challenges, and concerted effort between Visit Central Florida Sports, USA Water Ski and Wake Sports, and of course you there, you know, like the hurricane, I'm going the wrong way, revolving around the eye of Cathy. Okay, so wakeboard Cathy.
Actually, it's revolving around the sport of wakeboarding is what it's revolving around. So that's when we all come together, when we have a challenge like a hurricane coming through, and everybody has been exceptional and a pleasure to work with. Shauna and Neil from Visit Central Florida, you know, Kevco over here on the mic, you know, calling the shots like he sees it, and also he's the, you know, our new man at the USA Water Ski and Wake Sports. So, you know, he stepped up to the plate to kind of help give some light on wakeboarding. So, and that's exactly what we're doing this weekend.
Well, you know, he was on tour for 20 years or whatever, and with magazine and so on and so forth. Now, executive director role, which is a new challenge. But as far as this event goes, how do you think it's gone so far? 2 days almost under our belt. And the weather's been, in my opinion, perfect. A little windy, but you know, the riders just seem to be doing great.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. So we've had some wind challenges yesterday. Today it's a lot better, and you know, with the sun comes out, it brings out a whole new atmosphere. So yesterday we had some overcast, but it did not hurt us in the ridings. You know, it was great.
Always talk about that this could be called waterboarding, but we know that's not a good term to use.
You know.
Well, sometimes it is.
Yeah. You know, I think when I started wakeboarding, it wasn't so new, but a lot of people didn't know it, and they were calling it weight boarding and wave boarding. Yeah. So.
Well, it was anyway. The nomenclature, the verbiage that we use to describe stuff. Well, I'm going to take you way back, because in snow skiing, they originally called a monoski.
Right.
They used that a little bit before Tony Finn came around in 1985. Before the monoski, they called it jitterbugging. They were jitterbugs, and that was back in the 1920s.
Oh, wow.
And 30s,
I didn't know that.
jitterbugging. Yep.
Sounds fun.
Oh, well, it was a little different. It was really wide. It was almost like a half of a piece of plywood, but they were huge. But then Burton boards in snow skiing came along, and that was, you know, everybody called it a Burton board. Well, then other manufacturers got involved, and so on, and you know, then it kind of just took off from there. Boarding, riding.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want me to say. It's just like at home, I'll just say what you want. So.
Hey, man, it's great having guys come out in their 30s, ripping it for their countries, you know?
For sure.
I think we're going to see some guys in here today that are going to be competing in the 30 and over that are in their 40s. So they're actually going against the young guns, you know?
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's all good stuff. And, you know, we're talking, Cathy, about the way things are panning out. This lake isn't even a year old. And lots more improvements. Another $3 million are going into infrastructure in and around the lake. So far, we've had just unbelievable success with the national and world championships being held here. It has been a delight. It has just been an absolute delight. You know, when when you're talking with the wakeboarders, what's the feedback that you're getting from these guys?
They love the lake. They love the conditions. They love the grass, because I don't know if you remember, but our first event was here right when they dug the lake. They were still pumping water in here, you guys. I think, like we were like, well, how deep is this thing going to be by the time we get to our event, So even just having grass is a pleasure to set in, But the city's done a great job with the infrastructure as well, as far as what they're providing. The judges and our scorers and the officials that we have that have flown in from 8 countries to help us here for this Pan American Wakeboard Championships. So I can tell you personally that they're very enjoying and appreciative of all the things here that the City of Auburndale and Visit Central Florida have put forward to help us make this event an amazing event.
A lot of these riders are using this event to qualify for World Championships, right?
Correct. So a lot of these guys that are flying in to our event this week are also after our banquet tomorrow night, which we're going to try and do right after the last rider tomorrow. So we're hoping for 6:30 at Margaritaville, which has been a great host as well for some great food and some good entertainment. Everybody's going to hop on a plane and go to China. We're going to go to Hangzhou starting, I believe, the 22nd or the 23rd, and it's going to run that whole week. And what's going to be great, they're going to crown the gold medalists with a golden ticket to the World Games in Chengdu, China for 2025.
Oh, wow.
When I drove the Team USA qualifier last year, I do notice when we're on tournament sites like this, I mean, minus the wind on like a still day, you do kind of get like a current just with the boat going down. So if you're having to stop, you do really get some follow through on that. But looks like they're changing out the handle, and then Gio will get out there. So what's interesting is Gio is the team captain for Team Paraguay, and I believe this is the first time that Paraguay has shown themselves at least in wakeboarding behind the boat. And fondly enough, the under 21 Pan Am Junior, the Junior Pan Am Games is going to be in Paraguay. So it's great that they're here for this. They are the host country, and I believe this is the first time also, if somebody can correct me, whether it's online in a comment, but that wakeboarding has been included with the water skiing for the under 21 Junior Pan Am Games. So
very cool.
That's an epic step in the right direction for our sport. Before I was talking about the World Games and how sports get kind of chosen for that, and the country actually chooses some sports that they would like to see, and so that's why wake surfing was in there for next year, and they chose skim because skim wake surfing is kind of hot right now over in Asia. At skim style, and if you don't know, wake surfing has 2 styles, skim style and surf style, and that was just something that they chose. So it's going to be it's pretty exciting because we're actually having the IWWF Wake Surfing World Championships in Hong Kong in 2 weeks, which I should be driving.
Very cool. Is
fun.
skim hot in Hong Kong too?
Skim is hot in Hong Kong.
They're loving skim.
And so is surf
Asia.
style. Yeah, they love it, man. They love the wake surfing. What I love about our federation, as far as we have, I believe, 9 disciplines, wake surfing would make a 10th one, is the fact that it all revolves around water, and it all is full circle. You start somewhere, you end up in another place within those disciplines. And that's what's great about wakeboarding is, a back row is a back row, but you can make it your own by adding a grab or, shifting or doing, just doing something different to
put
make
your
it
own
your
signature
own. Put your
on
own
it.
signature on
Yep.
it. So, by these guys looking up to other riders, they kind of take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and then, blend it in with their own riding. So it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's fun to watch.
And that's what I think attracts so many people to our sport, as far as, we have a lot of lakes here in the U.S., especially in Florida.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah, we got a new one right here. Yeah. And that's what wakeboarding does, man. It's about spreading the sport, spreading your passion. Again, we've got Kirby, we've got Chad here, Mareko, Daniel Garcia, a lot of these guys running their own, cable parks, wakeboard schools, growing the sport, cultivating it for the little ones and showing them a path, whether they just want to have fun at wakeboarding or whether they want to become a professional or compete for their country. And I think that's amazing. We're all here loving the sport.